Life moves at a relentless pace. Every second that passes is a fragment of your existence gone forever. Yet many people squander hours, days, even years on activities that fail to build them. They scroll endlessly on phones, watch videos without purpose, and dwell on problems instead of solving them. Picture waking up one morning to find 10 years have vanished. You remain in the same place, stuck in the same routines, carrying the same regrets. That realization stings deeply. Time is the most precious treasure we possess. Money can be lost and earned again. Opportunities can fade and reappear in new forms, but time once gone is irretrievable. This truth drives the wisdom of those who urge us not to waste life. If you fail to master your time, it will master you. When it's too late, you'll wish you had used it more wisely. The modern world is a thief of time. Social media platforms, with their endless feeds and addictive notifications, are designed to keep you hooked. Streaming services lure you with just one more episode, turning hours into minutes. Everyday habits like mindless snacking, idle chatter, or delaying important tasks become black holes that swallow days. These distractions seem harmless in the moment, but over time they accumulate into a life half-lived. The average person spends hours daily on their phone, often aimlessly adding up to weeks or months of lost time each year. Imagine redirecting even a fraction of that time toward learning a skill, building a business, or deepening relationships. The gap between a life of regret and one of fulfillment lies in how you choose those hours. To grasp time's value, consider the perspective of those nearing life's end. Stories from hospice workers reveal a common thread among the dying. Their deepest regrets are not about what they did, but what they didn't do. They lament risks not taken, dreams not chased, relationships not nurtured. They wish they had spent less time on trivial worries and more on living with purpose. This perspective underscores that time is not just a resource, but the essence of life itself. Every choice about how you spend it shapes the kind of life you lead. So, how do you stop wasting time and start building a life that matters? It begins with a single piercing question. Are you building your future or merely passing time? This question sparks motivation, a moment of clarity that can shift your path. Answering it demands reflection, courage, and honesty. Are you spending days in ways that align with your values and goals, or drifting under the influence of external forces? Are you growing, learning, and moving toward the person you want to be, or trapped in a cycle of procrastination and distraction? The first step to mastering time is defining what matters most. Without a clear sense of purpose, it's easy to fall into aimless busyness or mindless consumption. Take a moment to list your priorities. What do you want to achieve in the next year, 5 years, or decade? Maybe it's advancing in your career, starting a family, mastering a skill, or living with more joy. These goals act as a compass guiding your decisions about time. When you know what you're aiming for, it becomes easier to reject distractions and embrace opportunities that align with your vision. Next, audit your time. Track how you spend your days for a week, noting every activity from waking to sleeping. Be unflinchingly honest. How much time goes to social media, television, or tasks that don't serve your goals? This exercise often reveals how much life slips away on autopilot. Then make deliberate changes. Set boundaries around distractions, like limiting phone use to specific hours or silencing notifications. Build routines that prioritize your goals, such as dedicating an hour each morning to learning, exercising, or working on a passion project. Small, consistent actions compound over time, transforming your life in profound ways. Embracing discomfort is another key to mastering time. Growth is rarely easy. It demands effort, discipline, and sometimes sacrifice. The temptation to procrastinate or choose instant gratification over long-term progress is strong. Overcoming it separates those who achieve dreams from those who merely Dream. When faced with a choice between scrolling your phone or tackling a challenging project, remind yourself of inaction's cost. Every moment you delay is stolen from your future self. Choosing discomfort now, studying for an exam, having a tough conversation, or taking a leap toward a new opportunity invests in a future free of regret. Time well spent doesn't always mean productivity in the traditional sense. Building a meaningful life includes rest, connection, and joy. Spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies that ignite passion, or pausing to appreciate the world around you are not wastes, but investments in well-being. The key is balance and intention. Ask whether your time aligns with your values and moves you closer to the life you want. If it does, it's time well spent. If it doesn't, it's time to change. The fear of wasting time can paralyze, but it can also motivate. Every day offers a fresh chance to choose differently, to align actions with aspirations. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Small, deliberate steps lead to profound change. Set one clear goal for the week ahead. Break it into actionable steps and commit to just 30 minutes a day toward it. Over time, these moments build momentum, transforming your life in ways you never imagined. Time is both a gift and a responsibility. It's the canvas of your life, the raw material of your dreams. To waste it is to waste potential, but to use it wisely is to create a legacy that endures. Pause today and reflect. Are you building your future or letting it slip away? The answer holds the key to a life of purpose, fulfillment, and no regrets. Wake up to time's value and let it guide you toward a future where every second counts. Let me share the story of a young man named David. He grew up in a poor neighborhood where dreams seemed distant and impossible. Most of his friends spent their days in idle chatter, drinking cheap liquor, or endlessly complaining about the world around them. They believed life was rigged against them. Nothing could change their fate. Slowly but surely they surrendered their futures to despair and routine. David stood apart from the crowd. Deep within his heart burned a quiet fire. He dreamed of learning English. He saw it as a key to unlock new worlds. Better jobs awaited those who spoke the language. Travel became possible. Knowledge flowed freely. Opportunities stretched far beyond the dusty streets of his small town. At the outset, the path proved daunting. English movies baffled him with their rapid dialogue. Grammar rules twisted his mind into knots. His accent drew mockery from everyone who heard him speak. Even his own family dismissed his efforts. Why bother, they asked. People like us never rise above our station. Those words cut deep into his soul. David refused to yield. He made a solemn vow to himself. I will not squander my life like the others. I will pour my energy into something worthwhile. While his friends lounged in bed until noon, he rose with the dawn to study. He tuned into radio broadcasts filled with English stories. He repeated phrases aloud until his voice echoed off the thin walls of his home. Alone in the quiet hours, he practiced conversations with imaginary friends. He borrowed simple books from the local library and scribbled unfamiliar words into a worn notebook. Each day he challenged himself to go further. Fatigue often weighed him down. Temptation to abandon the struggle whispered in his ear. Yet his dream fueled his resolve. Bit by bit, progress emerged. Sentences that once confused him began to make sense. Words flowed more smoothly from his tongue. Months turned into a year. David's dedication bore fruit. He could now follow the plot of a basic film without subtitles. His grammar improved through relentless practice. The laughter from others faded. As his confidence grew, still challenges persisted. Money remained scarce. Textbooks cost more than his family could spare. He improvised with whatever resources came his way. Old newspapers in English became his treasures. He traded chores with neighbors for access to their radios. Friends who once teased him now watched in quiet curiosity. Some even asked for tips on how to start. David shared what he knew freely. He believed knowledge should lift everyone, not just one person. One afternoon, an opportunity knocked unexpectedly. A small English class opened in the community center funded by a distant charity. David enrolled immediately. The teacher, an elderly woman from the city, noticed his hunger for learning. She pulled him aside after the first session. "Your passion inspires me," she said. "Let me help you advance." Under her guidance, David soared. He devoured advanced lessons. He joined debates with classmates. His accent softened into something clear and confident. Family members began to see the change. His mother beamed with pride when he translated a letter from abroad. His siblings looked up to him as a role model. The neighborhood buzzed with whispers of David's transformation. He proved that determination could bridge any gap. As skills sharpened, David set bigger goals. He dreamed of a job in tourism. Speaking English could guide visitors through the town's hidden gems. He volunteered at local events, practicing with tourists. Each interaction built his resume. Rejection stung at times. Employers overlooked him for those with formal education. But David persisted. He crafted a simple portfolio of his progress. Letters of recommendation from his teacher bolstered his case. Finally, a hotel manager took a chance. "You have the spark we need," he said. David started as a receptionist. The pay exceeded anything his friends earned. He saved every penny toward further studies. Word spread beyond the town. A scholarship program sought promising students from underprivileged areas. David applied with a heartfelt essay about his journey. He described the nights of doubt, the mornings of resolve, the joy of breakthroughs. Weeks later, acceptance arrived. Full funding for an English course at the city university. Tears welled in his eyes as he read the letter. His family gathered around in celebration. Friends who had mocked him now offered congratulations tinged with envy. David boarded the bus to the city, heart pounding with excitement. The urban landscape unfolded like a new chapter. Tall buildings, lights everywhere, people rushing with purpose. He felt small yet ready. University life tested him anew. Classmates came from privileged backgrounds, fluent from birth. David worked twice as hard to keep up. He formed study groups sharing his unique perspective. Professors praised his resilience. One even invited him to assist in language workshops. Through it all, David remembered his roots. He sent money home to ease his family's burden. During breaks, he returned to the neighborhood, inspiring the youth. He spoke at gatherings, urging them to chase dreams no matter the odds. "Listen to your heart," he told them. "Time waits for no one. Invest it wisely or lose it forever." Years passed swiftly. David graduated with honors. Offers poured in from companies. Abroad, he chose a role with an international aid organization. It allowed him to travel, teach English in remote villages, and make a difference. From the slums to global stages, his journey inspired thousands. He wrote a book about his experiences. Simple words carried profound lessons. Never give up on your vision. Small steps lead to great heights. Face ridicule with grace. Turn pain into power. Today, David stands as a beacon. He mentors young dreamers online. His story echoes across social media, touching lives in ways he never imagined. Back in his old neighborhood, change stirs. More kids pick up books, fewer waste days in idleness. David's light ignited a spark. It reminds us all that circumstances shape us but do not define us. With grit and focus, anyone can rewrite their fate. David proved it. You can too. The choice lies in your hands. Seize the moment. Build your legacy. Let no second slip away unused. David discovered a profound truth that reshaped his life. Success is not a sudden gift dropped from the sky. It grows from small, deliberate steps taken day after day. Like drops of water slowly filling an ocean, each tiny action builds toward a vast future. This realization became the cornerstone of his journey, transforming him from a dreamer in a struggling neighborhood to a beacon of inspiration. His pursuit began modestly. David committed to 10 minutes of English practice every morning. He woke before dawn when the world was quiet. With a tattered notebook and a borrowed radio, he repeated phrases, stumbled through sentences, and memorized new words. Those 10 minutes felt insignificant at first. His mind resisted craving the ease of sleep or the pull of distraction. Doubt crept in, whispering that progress was too slow. Maybe I'm not getting better, he thought. Maybe this is pointless. Yet, he refused to listen. He pushed through the fog of uncertainty, clinging to his dream of mastering English. After a month, he stretched his practice to 20 minutes. The habit grew stronger. He added simple books, reading children's stories too. Grasped basic grammar. He mimicked radio hosts, practicing pronunciation alone in his room. Each session built on the last. By the third month, he dedicated an hour daily. The routine became sacred. While friends lingered over idle gossip or slept late, David invested in himself. His mind sharpened. Words that once confused him began to click. Sentences flowed more naturally. The effort was grueling at times. Exhaustion tugged at him. The temptation to skip a day loomed, but his vision of a brighter future fueled his resolve. He saw English as a bridge to opportunity. Better jobs, travel, knowledge, a life beyond the confines of his small town. A year passed. The results stunned him. David could follow English news broadcasts, catching the meaning of reports that once sounded like noise. He held short conversations with confidence, no longer shrinking from his accent. He wrote simple emails with clarity, expressing thoughts he once struggled to articulate. The transformation was undeniable. Those small daily steps, 10 minutes growing to 20, then 60, had compounded into something remarkable. What seemed trivial in the moment had woven a tapestry of progress over time. This is the heart of David's lesson. Most people dream of grand success but wait for miracles. They crave instant breakthroughs, imagining fluency, wealth, or mastery arriving in a flash. Yet real achievement demands patience and persistence. A single hour of effort feels small, but an hour daily a year equals over 300 hours of focused work. That kind of investment can reshape a life. David's story proves it. His progress wasn't the result of genius or luck. It came from steady, consistent action. Each minute he spent was a brick laid in the foundation of his future. The modern world tempts us to squander time. Phones buzz with notifications pulling us into endless scrolls of social media. Videos promise quick entertainment, draining hours in a blink. David faced these distractions too. His friends spent evenings glued to screens, watching meaningless clips or arguing online. He could have joined them, letting his dreams slip away. Instead, he made a choice. His phone became a tool, not a trap. He used it to access English podcasts, watch tutorials, and read articles. Every swipe served his goal. He turned a potential distraction into a teacher. This shift in mindset made all the difference. Anyone can follow David's path. The secret lies in starting small and staying consistent. 10 minutes a day is achievable for anyone. It's a commitment so modest it's hard to refuse. Yet over time it builds momentum. Imagine studying a language for 10 minutes daily. In a year, that's 60 hours of practice, enough to grasp basic phrases or hold simple conversations. Apply the same to any skill, writing, coding, fitness, and the results compound. The key is to begin where you stand. No need for grand gestures or perfect conditions. A notebook, a free app, a quiet corner is enough. What matters is showing up every day. David's journey also teaches the power of resilience. Early on, progress felt invisible. Grammar rules baffled him. Words slipped from memory. Mockery from others stung. His mind begged for rest, urging him to skip a day or quit entirely. But he leaned into the discomfort. He understood that growth lives on the edge of struggle. Each time he pushed past doubt, he grew stronger. This mental toughness separated him from those who gave up. Success isn't about avoiding obstacles, but moving through them one step at a time. Another lesson lies in redefining progress. David didn't measure success by perfection. He celebrated small wins. Understanding a single sentence was a victory. Writing a clear paragraph was a milestone. These moments fueled his motivation. Too often people focus on the gap between where they are and where they want to be. David focused on the ground he gained. Each step forward, no matter how small, proved he was moving. This mindset kept him going when the road felt long. The ripple effects of David's discipline extended beyond language. His habits spilled into other areas. He became more organized, waking early to plan his day. He saved money, setting aside small amounts for books or courses. His confidence grew, attracting opportunities. People noticed his drive. A teacher mentored him. A manager hired him. A scholarship board chose him. His daily commitment to English became a commitment to a better life. Small steps in one area unlock doors in others. David's story challenges us to rethink our relationship with time. Every day offers a choice. Let hours slip away on fleeting pleasures or invest them in something lasting. Your phone can be a thief stealing focus with endless distractions. Or it can be a gateway to growth, connecting you to knowledge and tools. The difference lies in intention. David chose to make every minute count. He turned mundane moments into building blocks for a brighter future. You hold the same power. Start with a single goal. Maybe it's learning a skill, improving health, or chasing a dream. Dedicate 10 minutes a day to it. Write in a journal, run a short distance, study a new word. Whatever it is, make it small enough to stick. Build from there. Add 5 minutes when it feels right. Over weeks and months, watch the transformation unfold. 60 hours in a year can turn a beginner into a confident learner. It can turn a dreamer into a doer. David's life is a testament to this truth. From a poor neighborhood with little hope, he rose to inspire others. His success wasn't instant. It was forged in quiet mornings, tireless effort, and unwavering belief. He didn't wait for permission or perfect timing. He started where he was with what he had. You can too. The clock ticks for everyone. The question is what you'll do with the time you have. Choose to build, choose to grow. Let each small step carry you toward a future that shines. Years later, David's relentless dedication bore remarkable fruit. A major company arrived in his city seeking workers fluent in English. Hundreds flocked to the opportunity, eager for a chance at a better life. The selection process was grueling. Candidates faced a rigorous test of language skills. Most faltered, unable to meet the standard. David stood out. His years of disciplined practice paid off. He passed with ease. That single skill, English, became the key that unlocked a world of possibilities. The job he secured transformed his circumstances. The salary was substantial, far exceeding anything his peers earned. For the first time, David could support his family with confidence. He provided essentials they had long gone without: decent clothes, reliable food, a sturdier roof over their heads. He set aside savings, building a safety net for the future. Beyond material gains, the job brought something deeper. Confidence surged within him. Respect followed. Neighbors who once mocked his accent now sought his guidance. Family members who had dismissed him as foolish now spoke his name with pride. David is our inspiration, they said. He's proof we can rise above. This transformation wasn't the product of chance. Luck played no role. David's success stemmed from a deliberate choice. He refused to let time slip through his fingers like so many others. Each day he treated as an investment in his future. While friends wasted hours in idle chatter or fleeting distractions, he studied. While others surrendered to the monotony of their surroundings, he pushed forward. His refusal to live like everyone else carved a path to a life that stood apart. David's journey began in a place where hope was scarce. His neighborhood offered little. Poverty clung to every corner. Dreams were dismissed as luxuries for the privileged. Most of his peers accepted this reality. They drifted through days complaining about unfairness or numbing themselves with cheap escapes. David saw a different way. He believed a single skill could change everything. English became his focus, a tool to break free from the limits of his world. Every morning he rose early, trading sleep for study. Every evening he practiced, trading leisure for growth. He turned small moments into stepping stones toward a bigger future. The early days were far from easy. English baffled him. Words jumbled together. Grammar seemed an unsolvable puzzle. Laughter from others stung his pride. Even his family questioned his efforts. Why chase something so hard, they asked. People like us don't get ahead. Doubt crept in, threatening to derail him. Yet, David held firm. He saw time as his most precious asset. To waste it was to waste his potential, so he kept going. 10 minutes of practice grew to 20, then an hour. He listened to radio broadcasts, scribbled new words, read simple stories. Each small step built on the last. Over months and years, these efforts compounded into mastery. Asterisk, when the company arrived, David was ready. The test that stumped others was merely a challenge he had prepared for daily. His fluency wasn't just about speaking a language. It was a testament to discipline. It showed what happens when you choose to invest time rather than squander it. The job was more than a paycheck. It was validation of his belief that consistent effort could rewrite his story. He didn't just change his own life. He lifted his family. His earnings eased their struggles. His success inspired his siblings to aim higher. The ripple effect touched his community. Young people who once saw no way out began to believe in possibility. Asterisk, David's influence grew beyond material success. His confidence became a beacon. People who once ridiculed him now approached with questions. How did you do it? They asked. What's your secret? David shared his truth. It's not about talent or luck, he said. It's about using your time wisely. Start small. Stay consistent. Don't let doubt stop you. His words carried weight because they were backed by action. Relatives who once called him crazy now pointed to him as proof that change was possible. He became a living example that circumstances don't define you, choices do. Asterisk, this is the heart of David's story. It's not just about one man's triumph. It's a universal lesson. Anyone can follow his path. You don't need wealth, privilege, or perfect conditions. You need only the decision to stop wasting time. The modern world makes it easy to drift. Phones tempt with endless distractions. Social media scrolls steal hours. Entertainment promises quick pleasure but leaves you empty. David faced these same pulls. He could have spent his evenings watching videos or arguing over petty dramas. Instead, he chose to invest in himself. His phone became a tool for learning, not a trap for wasting time. He sought out free resources, podcasts, articles, old books, and turned them into stepping stones. Asterisk, your life can mirror David's. The power lies in your hands. Start with a single choice. Pick one skill, one goal, one dream that lights you up. It could be learning a language like David. It could be coding, writing, fitness, or starting a business. Whatever it is, begin small. Commit to 10 minutes a day. Study a new word, write a single paragraph. Run a short distance. Those minutes seem tiny, but they add up. 10 minutes daily for a year is 60 hours of progress. That's enough to transform a beginner into someone capable. Consistency turns dreams into reality. Asterisk, the beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You don't need expensive tools or endless resources. Start where you are with what you have. A notebook, a free app, a quiet moment is enough. The key is showing up every day. Push through the moments of doubt when progress feels slow. Embrace the discomfort of effort. Like David, you'll find that small steps lead to big changes. A year from now, you could be fluent in a skill that opens new doors. 5 years from now, you could be living a life you once only imagined. Asterisk, David's story reminds us that time is the one resource we all share. It's also the one we can't replenish. Every second you spend shapes your future. Waste it on distractions, and you'll wake up years later with regrets. Invest it in growth, and you'll build a life of purpose. David chose the latter. He turned daily effort into a ladder out of hardship. He didn't wait for permission or a lucky break. He acted. You can too. The question is simple. Will you let time slip away or use it to create something extraordinary? Your transformation begins the moment you decide to start. Choose today, make every day count. Let your story be one of triumph. Listen closely, my friend. Your life is a singular, fleeting gift. You get one chance, one story, one journey. Every second ticks by, irreplaceable and precious. Time moves forward relentlessly, whether you harness it or let it slip away. The choice: To use it wisely rests solely with you. Don't squander your life. Make every moment count toward a future you'll look back on with pride. The world is full of distractions pulling you away from what matters. Phones buzz with notifications tempting you to scroll endlessly through feeds that add nothing to your growth. Hours vanish on meaningless videos or idle chatter. These habits feel harmless in the moment, but they steal your most valuable asset, time. David, the young man from a struggling neighborhood, understood this. He saw his peers trapped in cycles of complaints and stagnation. They let days blend into years with nothing to show. David chose differently. He refused to let his life drift. He invested his time in learning English, a skill that opened doors to a brighter future. His story is a call to action. You too can choose to rise above the ordinary. Learning is the foundation of growth. Commit to it daily. Even a few minutes can spark change. If English is your goal like it was for David, start small. Practice a new word. Listen to a sentence. Repeat a phrase aloud. If your dream is broader success in a career, a creative pursuit, or personal growth, take one step each day. Write a paragraph. Run a short distance. Study a concept. The key is consistency. Small actions compound over time. 10 minutes daily becomes 60 hours in a year. That's enough to transform a beginner into someone skilled. David proved it. His 10-minute morning sessions grew to an hour of focused effort. Over months, he went from stumbling over words to speaking with confidence. You can follow his path. Hard work is not easy. It demands effort, sacrifice, and resilience. Your mind will resist craving comfort over challenge. Doubt will creep in, whispering that progress is too slow or the goal too far. Push through. The discomfort of effort is temporary. Regret, however, lingers forever. Imagine waking up a decade from now. You look back at this moment. Two paths lie before you. One where you started small, stayed consistent, and built a life of achievement. Another where you let time slip away, trapped by excuses and distractions. In that future, you'll either smile and say, "I'm glad I began," or ache with the weight of "I wish I had." The choice you make today shapes which path you'll walk. Starting small is the secret to lasting change. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Grand gestures often fizzle out. Instead, pick one goal. Make it simple. If it's learning, dedicate 10 minutes a day. If it's fitness, walk for a quarter of an hour. If it's a dream project, take one actionable step. David began with a notebook and a radio. He didn't have wealth or resources. He had determination. That was enough. Over time, his small steps led to fluency, a job, respect, and a life transformed. Your journey can mirror his. Begin where you are with what you have. A free app, a library, book, a quiet moment is sufficient. The only requirement is your commitment to show up daily. Consistency turns dreams into reality. It's not about speed but persistence. David faced setbacks. Grammar confused him. Mockery stung, yet he returned to his practice every day. Each session built on the last. Progress wasn't always visible, but it was happening. A year later, he understood news broadcasts. He wrote emails with ease. He spoke without fear. His story shows that success is not a sprint, but a marathon. Each step forward counts. Even on days when motivation fades, show up. 5 minutes of effort is better than none. Over time, those minutes weave a tapestry of achievement. Your life is a gift, but it comes with responsibility. Every day offers a chance to build something meaningful. Excuses are easy. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, streaming services, idle habits, they all compete for your attention. David could have fallen into these traps. Instead, he turned his phone into a tool for learning. He sought podcasts, articles, and tutorials. You can do the same. Your phone can be a thief of time or a gateway to growth. Choose wisely. Let it serve your goals, not steal them. The stakes are high. Time lost cannot be regained. 10 years from now, your life will reflect the choices you make today. Will you be stuck carrying the same regrets, or will you stand taller, shaped by years of purposeful effort? David's transformation began with a decision. He refused to live like those around him. He invested his time in growth. That choice led to a job that lifted his family, a reputation that inspired his community, and a story that resonates far beyond his town. Your story can hold the same power. It starts with a single step taken today. Don't let fear hold you back. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of hard work, these are the chains that keep people stagnant. David faced them all. His accent drew laughter, his family doubted him. Yet he pressed on. He knew the pain of effort was lighter than the pain of regret. You too can overcome fear. Start small enough to silence the voice of doubt. Build confidence through action. Each step proves you're capable. Each success, no matter how small, fuels the next dot. Your journey is yours to shape. Like David, you can rise, you can achieve, you can inspire. But it begins with a choice to stop wasting time. Look at your life now. Are you spending your days on what matters? Are you growing or just passing time? The future waits for no one. It's built by those who act. Take one step today. Learn something new, practice a skill, move toward a dream, make it a habit. Let each day add to your story. 10 years from now you'll look back. Let that moment be one of joy, not sorrow. Let it be a moment where you say, I'm proud of what I've built. Your life is a canvas. Every second is a brushstroke. Paint something bold, something true, something worth telling. Don't let distractions or excuses dim your potential. Like David, choose to invest in yourself. The future is not a distant promise, it's shaped by what you do today. Rise up, seize your time. Make your story one that echoes with purpose and pride.